We also won an award from the Better Business Bureau. We won a Business Ethics Award back in, I think it was 2007, 2008. Inc. 500, you heard about that. We were ranked in the top 500, and it took us 7 years to get to Inc. 500 status. Now, how many of you have heard about Inc. magazine before? Okay, if you're in business, you should know about that. This is a magazine that I used to tear up before I even had this company. I used to go through it. I used to love reading the profiles of all of the 500. I would dream, you know, I look at these companies and read about them and get excited. You read those things. In fact, in 1999, I had a group of friends that we got together at a friend's house in Kailua, and we spent an evening, about 3-4 hours, with piles and piles of magazines and poster boards and glue and scissors, and we created this thing called a dream board. Maybe you ever do a dream board? You did a dream board before? Yeah, you're smiling now. So a dream board is we cut out pictures of things that we want, like a house, or a retirement home, or want to go on a cruise, or a car that you want. One of the things that I cut out was a picture of the Inc. 500 logo. I wanted to build an Inc. 500 company. I put that on my first dream board back in 1999. I didn't start One-on-One Financial until late 2002, so this was before it happened. And after starting it, and 7 years into it, I look up and we're on the Inc. 500. We got to go to Washington, D.C., went to the White House, met with Senator Akina at the Capitol, went through this huge ball with thousands of people, got to wear a tuxedo and look handsome, right? We're looking good, and having fun in the nation's capital. And to be there representing Hawaii, we're the second or third company to ever make the list from Hawaii in the previous 20 years. And we did it with 98% of our revenues coming from the smallest state in the country, Hawaii. And we did it without an advertising budget. All of our business was 100% referral. So you can't really push it. Like if you want to do like a major sales campaign with a company, you run a bunch of ads and then sales will come in. You spend all this money, sales will come in. Well, we don't do that, so you can't really control the sales process, if you will. All of it is word of mouth, so you got to do an outstanding job. So it just told us that we are doing an outstanding job. This was really cool, and we made it again the next year in the Inc. 5000. It's really hard to keep doubling and growing. In 2007, I got the Bank of Hawaii Community Leader of the Year award. And then I was also in the Pacific Business News Top 40 Business People Under 40. And we were in Hawaii's Fastest 50 Growing Companies. This is the Pacific Business News for 4 years straight. So we had some pretty amazing success and recognition early on in our company. And then most recently this year, we've been getting a lot of news coverage. In fact, every Monday morning on KHON Channel 2, I host the Financial Fitness Tip of the Week. Anybody see those yet? Anybody? Well, you guys don't wake up there. You know what time is it on? 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and 7 a.m. It runs 3 times. A little tough for you. Yeah, you guys probably have no use for the news, so I'm on there every Monday morning doing a financial fitness tip, and every Thursday morning I do a Thrifty Thursday money saving tip. So there's some cool ones. We got most of them on YouTube. I did one today. What is today? Thursday? Yeah, today's one had a...
It's not live, is it? Or pre-recorded?
I pre-recorded it and I send it in. Yeah, I don't go into the studio about once or twice a month. But I did one with a money saving tip for Christmas, and I had a Santa hat on. It was kind of cool. And then 2 weeks ago, I did one out in front of the Laie Shopping Center that was on saving money on the grocery store. And I took a lot of flack from it, kind of funny flack, because I was in my car and I was talking to you about, okay, saving money at the grocery store. Here's the big tip. Never go shopping hungry. Yeah. Right? Never go on an empty stomach, because you go there and you smell the rotisserie chicken, the fresh baked bread and spam musubi. You guys love that? And so my suggestion was to eat a piece of bread. And so I'm on TV and I'm eating a piece of bread and I'm talking and I'm drinking water. So if you eat it, you drink it, it'll make you feel full. And I'm talking and there's like a big chunk of bread in my mouth that people can see. And so all my friends are laughing, teasing me, and then the host, Jai, this guy Jai, and then they're like, "Thank you, Alan, for that." They couldn't say anything, so go look us up on YouTube. You'll see it, and find the one out in front of the shopping center. It's hilarious. So we've been on all these news stations. Here's what we do, though. Here's where we really go to work. This is our focus. We are a financial education company, but I think we're more like a school. We're like a financial education school that provides personalized financial education classes for the middle class, okay? Our program is based on what I call the 4 fundamentals of personal finance. I'll talk about those briefly. Number 1, better budgeting. It all starts with budgeting. Now people hear the budget word and they go, ooh, the B word, that's like a financial diet, and diets don't work. And I tell them, I say, you've never ever seen a budget program like this before. This is completely different than anyone's teaching. And the biggest thing to realize is this, and especially for you guys later on when you get your high-paying jobs or you're making a ton of money in your business, is remembering these 2 things. Come here, guys. How many of you know what the money that comes into your pocket every month is called?
Income. Cash.
Not cash.
Income.
Yeah, when you get paid. How many of you have a job? Not too many of you work here. You guys are all. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you're working. So when you get paid, that's called what?
Income.
Income, right? Money comes into your pocket is called income. Money that leaves your pocket is called what?
Expenses.
Yeah, not outcome. Expenses. So there's money in and there's money out. So the money that comes in is called income. The money that comes out is called expenses. Now here's the question for you. Who taught us how to manage the money from the time it hits our pocket until the time it leaves our pocket? Just this little piece of information. Who taught us how to manage that?
Advertisements.
The research that I've done with college students say 74% of college students learn their money management habits from their parents. What are our parents learning from? Their parents. How do we know if our parents are doing it right? We don't really, because they don't talk about their debt, but if we could look into their financial, crystal ball, we would see that they might have more debt than when they first started out. So we know that they might not be doing it right. This little piece of information is what we teach in the budgeting class. Learning how to manage the time when the money comes in and goes out. This is very, very important. We also project out. This is a huge class for us. I love teaching that budgeting class. Another class that we offer is smart banking. Why is it important to bank smarter? If we don't, you'll learn this. Right now, you don't have a lot of money. Right now, you make $100 a week, $200 a week. That's nothing, right? So, and students, they get like free accounts and all this stuff, but you don't really have any debt. Later on in your life, very, very soon, after you start accumulating student debt, credit card debt, you buy a house, a car, you're going to start getting hit with fees and what's the bigger thing? Interest. Interest is a significant fee. If we don't learn how to bank smart, folks, we're going to get nailed with that. Last thing is our third class is debt elimination. We want to help all of our students to get rid of their debt in the shortest, fastest possible period of time. So for all of you sports fans, here's our batting average. We have 2 kinds of students that come to see us. These are mostly middle-class families. 60 to 65% of them come to us with a mortgage. You guys know what a mortgage is? A home loan. 1 or 2 car loans and 3 credit cards. That's the average student for us. Typically, they'll have about 28 years to pay just on the mortgage. The other loans, it just varies the amount of time. So they'll be in debt for 30 plus years. After learning our program and our educational fundamentals, this student now will be completely debt-free in between 8 and 9 years. And that includes their home loan. Because they paid it off so fast, they're going to save over $200,000 in what? Interest. I mean, that is significant. That is how we get all of our referrals. Because people come to our classes and they're meeting with us, and they're like, hey, Mom, I just paid up my credit card that I've had for 5 years, and I had another 8 years left on it. I paid it off in 3 months. My car loan, that was 7 years, I paid it off in a year and a half. My home, I paid it off in 6 years. People are talking about us, and that word of mouth, what? Spreads. This debt elimination, this class is great now. The other 40% of our students just come to us with consumer debt. You know what consumer debt is? Consumer debt is credit cards, car loans, personal loans, student loans, payday loans. This is just non-mortgage stuff. Typical person that comes to us will have 10 to 15 years of paying these things off. After coming to us and going through our classes, they'll be completely debt-free in 2 to 3 years, saving tens of thousands of dollars in what? Interest. Is that a valuable service?
Yeah.
Is that something that everybody needs? Yeah. So now when you look at it from a business perspective, you see huge opportunity because this is something that everybody needs. The last thing we work on is credit. Everybody needs to work on credit. Credit is very important, not only to get the low interest rates on your loans and to qualify for the loan, but when you're going to apply for a job, guess what your new employer is doing? Pulling credit. You're applying for insurance, they're pulling credit. Here's a new thing that I found out as I've been traveling throughout the state. If you're a single guy, any single guys in here? Be careful, because the girls are now pulling credit before they go out. That's what they told me. They're like, if this guy can't manage his own money, why would I go out with him? Because I'm just going to marry his what? His debt. These girls are smart. Our mission is very simple. Everything that we do is mission driven. And when you have your own company, your own business, set a mission early on to always refer back to. Our mission is this. We want to bring financial peace of mind to everybody. Financial peace of mind will come through financial education. There is no other way. It only comes through learning. Now, when I make tough decisions for the company, somebody calls me and says, Alan, I got this person that I'm not comfortable with, I'm not sure, they might do this or that. And I tell them, what's our mission? Financial peace of mind for everybody. Got it. Go back to work. Mission statements are tremendous.